Turning to general session.
One of my favorite ones is a book on economics.
Well,
You know,
yeah. Was that a divine revelation?
I'm actually a big fan of historical documents.
Uh-huh.
I've read everything there is to do about World War I and II and Korean War.
Have you read Hitler's People yet?
No, I haven't. I'm going
It's
to
a
put that
big,
on my
it's a
list.
Are we back?
slog.
Is it?
The good thing about it, it has the
Rolling?
pictures of all the famous, you know,
I just finished Sapien, which is all about...
I read
the develop-
Sapien.
That's a great book.
yeah.
It's a little bit of a slog, too.
Oh, I didn't think so. I love that.
Yeah, me too. That was a great book.
Yeah.
What was it?
Creative thinking.
Yeah.
Yuval Harari, is that the guy's name that wrote it?
Oh, I don't know.
I saw him on TV 3 years ago or something, and I wanted to read it right after I heard the interview with him.
What a great book. It took a while to really get going. Great book.
Not for me.
Well, you're smarter than I am.
Or I have training in anthropology, or that was my...
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Madam Chair.
Okay,
Yes,
If you'll
that is him.
reintroduce.
it is 1820, March 25th, and we are resuming the BCCWID regular board meeting. We were in executive session to receive advice from the district's attorney, and that was accomplished. And what we would like to do is have an A1 meeting with Lisa regarding the contract and the lease agreement.
An E1 meeting?
A1.
A1.
And can you explain it, or they'll explain it?
You want me
It's
to?
just, go ahead.
There's 9 reasons you can go into executive session. One of them was A3, that's for legal advice, they just did it. One is A1, personnel matters, where you can meet with anybody that works for you and have a conversation about their job. What you like, what you don't like, what you're hoping to accomplish, how do you like your contract, stuff like that.
Okay. So, am I going to be in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Typically, that would be the case.
I think so.
The law doesn't require, but what's the point if you're not there?
I know. So the A1 meeting will be scheduled at a different time?
Yes.
Or is it now? Or
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
A1
meeting to be scheduled.
I've recommended to the board chair that it be a private meeting so that you don't have other things on the agenda.
Okay,
Correct.
perfect.
And so, do you have an extra copy of the contract?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I think I do. I just want to make sure that I have the correct one. It should be in your,
In our board packets.
here. That should be
Oh,
it.
this is it. You want me? Can I
And
give
this
to her
is
then?
the lease.
The assignment. Okay.
It was the bylaws where we had 2 copies. The one that I
So these
I
are
have been
the
reading so much that my
amended
eyes
copies that you want
rolled
to
into the
discuss
back
at
of my
E1
head.
meeting. Okay.
It's been a lot of reading.
Well, let me be clear. The board wants to.
Okay.
I'm just a mouthpiece.
Okay.
So we have 8 minutes left. I think 2 items that we have time to discuss and possibly vote on are the repairs on the Oasis Well 2,
Which item is that?
and that would be new business.
D, E, and F,
Yes, D, E,
and F.
and F. And
New business.
so, discussion and possible action regarding ratification of $13,761 expenditure on repairs, and that's new business, D, on the Oasis Well. So, originally KP came out because, and I have the report, the drawdown, they let the well rest for a couple of weeks, and it did not work. When they turned the well back on, it was at X amount of feet, and then it dropped down to 25, so it wasn't pumping the water. They thought that leaving it off for a couple of weeks, it would have an opportunity to be recharged by the aquifer, and that didn't work. They did do a recording of the work, and I have a summary that I can ask Tom to see if we can get on the website. Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna just put the invoice.
And they actually sent some copies or pictures of the pipes that need to be replaced, and they were falling apart. They were rusty. They looked horrible.
Down pipe,
Pardon?
the down pipe.
The down pipe, right? It was
That's one that
just.
feeds the water up. It's got a leak in it.
It transmits water from the pump out of the well and into the system. And if there are holes in the pipe, less water makes it into the system, and the well pump has to run longer for the same amount of water. And I have a picture, and I just went, holy mackerel, I can't believe that pipe is transporting water. And a new check valve, which keeps the water that the well pump has pumped into the system from running back down the well when the well pump shuts off. And there's a picture of that. And so the cable is brittle and showing where it brings electricity to the well pump. And when the cable is brittle, the wire could break and the motor would short out. And since they had the whole well torn apart, the pump, or the motor, was actually, it
14
was the
years
pump.
old.
It was 14 years old.
Has a life expectancy of 15 years.
And so what's the point of having to spend all the money, which was,
So we already spent $2,500 to have that cleaned out. The pump, the cable, and have the well brushed as well. They do that to basically see the condition of it through the assessment. But it was, so that, we already paid to have a pump pulled. Now if we put the old pump back in, if we need to have it pulled in another year, we'll pay another $2,500 to have that one pulled and, one put in.
it just makes more sense. When you get a vehicle, they say at 60,000 miles, you should have your serpentine belt changed or whatever. So it just makes more sense to do this now
They say it's working okay, but
and get it over with. So the total of that invoice was $13,761.89. So I would like to make a motion to approve the $13,761.89 to KP Ventures for the repair of. Wait, I'm going to step back because there's a $3,000. KP Ventures offered to install a water meter on that well, no charge for labor. The cost of the water meter is about $3,000. However, I contacted Morgan Burgess at WIFA, and we don't have time to go over the grant, but that $3,000 that we will pay KP Ventures to install a water meter can actually be deducted from the 25% match that we will pay for that $500,000 grant. So
So it
this
comes
is
out of our cost share.
exactly.
We
So
get credit.
I'd rather pay to have a water meter
And that's something
installed.
we absolutely want.
Exactly.
We need to start seeing our production and what's going out, and then we can figure out, what we got problems here and there.
And the great news is that there are several things that we could take advantage of that we could deduct from the 25% grant match, but we can't talk about that now.
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Yes.
You identified 3 things and you've called them ratification. Does that mean these expenditures have already occurred?
Oh, yes.
All right, so what you're asking the board to do is to ratify
Thank
the
you.
expenditure of money that you've already done.
You stay so calm under pressure.
Is that true?
Yes.
All right. And you need to do that one at a time then.
Okay.
Can we clarify?
So,
Every one of them
Point
as
of
you go.
clarification, the
pardon?
board already approved this invoice, correct? And this is the work that's already been done,
Correct.
and 7,000.
Okay, sorry. That
So-
does need to be explained. The $13,000 includes that. I called
Yeah.
KP Ventures because I was confused. There were 2 invoices. We got the first one, which
Right,
was
so
going to be
basically-
$7,000 for the assessment. And I called because I was shocked when we got it for $13,000, but this $7,000 is included in the $13,000.
Right, and are we getting the new pump? Is that,
Yes,
that's gonna be with the new pump? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that part of the 13,000?
yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, part of the, because they really didn't break this down.
Is
as
that
far
an
as we have to-
expenditure that's already occurred?
Yes.
No, not the pump.
No, the pump is in the $13,000.
But it has not yet been spent.
In other words,
It was paid, yes.
It was spent. All right, I need to understand.
It was
Have you spent the
spent.
this is what
13,000?
was spent. There.
Part of it. That's only 7,000.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
There's other money.
That's what we approved, right? At the last
And
meeting.
it's been spent.
That's what we approved at the last meeting.
And you spent other money.
And there is a little bit of a change. They charged us a little bit less for brushing and quantity of brushing. And they reduced it a little bit, I think from 12 to 16 hours or something like that. So this needs to be kind of like calculated and really, I guess, itemized or, detailed.
Okay, so then we're
As to
not
what
gonna
we
vote
are.
on it.
Well, we would
Unless
like
you
to.
want a different, no, if you want a different invoice with more detail.
Well, we can do it now if we can, pretty quickly. If this is,
I called KP Ventures
right.
and I spoke to the person. I have documented the day and time I called him.
Right.
The $7,000 invoice could essentially be shredded, and it's moot. Because, and I signed, all I did was sign the document
The new one
indicating we
approving-
could pay this. A check never got cut for it, did it? No, a check has not been sent for this amount.
Right. Which
So,
one is that?
for the $7,000. So this one can actually be tossed away. Here is the one for $13,000, which includes the 7. So all we owe KP Ventures for everything in total, the pump, all the work, is $13,761.89. And the reason that I signed the go ahead and do the work is because we have a well down. We cannot afford to have a well
Yeah,
down.
right.
Everybody panicked, so this was something I decided really could not wait.
Right, and we want to get this going
Correct.
as quickly as possible.
And it's already going.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the works, and they have like the, however long it takes them to get the parts and,
So are we okay to,
but so we're basically approving the new amount. So
Correct.
do we unratify? Do we unratify or do we?
You haven't ratified anything
Well,
yet.
no, from the other meeting. From the other meeting, we approved
we would just say the ratification,
You can ratify more money than you need to. That's what you're about to do. You don't need to ratify something you already have board approval for, but it doesn't hurt to go ahead and ratify the entire amount. That's the $13,000, even though some of it's already been approved.
Oh, well, if you say so, that's true. You know how it goes, so, I mean, I'm good with that.
so I would like to make a motion to ratify the KP Venture estimate for the Big John Well 2. Originally,
Well-
should I say the original amount or just the final?
13,761.
This
Or-
is all Oasis, isn't it?
It's Oasis and the vendor is KP Ventures.
Right, but you said Big John.
Sorry, KP Ventures for Oasis,
Clarification.
because I'm looking at the clock.
Okay, yes. So clarification.
That's in the amount of 13,761. There's no pennies in there. There's no cents.
Well, 89, but we don't need to.
That's not part of the action.
Oh, no.
It's $13,761.89.
You didn't have 89 on the agenda. Don't do it.
Don't do it, so we'll just change it.
13,000, ratified 13,761. That's what you put on the agenda.
Okay, right.
Follow the agenda.
Okay.
If you need to ratify another 89 cents, do it next month.
Okay, so we're going to ratify the amount of $13,761 to KP Ventures for the work on Oasis 2 well, including the new pump. Have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
We do.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Should we,
Next.
huh?
Anything else we can do? We're at 6:30.
Okay, so we can table the rest until the next meeting.
It's up to you.
Yeah, no, we can do that. That's what I said we would do. That's why I was trying to get through it. So we will table the remaining agenda, which would include possible action regarding the approval of bylaws under 5C.
Madam Chair, can I
yes.
help you?
Yes.
It sounds to me like the board would like to entertain a motion to table items 5C, E, F, G, H, I, and J.
Correct.
So moved.
Second?
Yep, who said so moved?
You
Is
said
that
so
you?
moved.
I
Yes.
can't
I
make a
so
motion.
move. I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion is approved to table the aforementioned agenda items until the next meeting.
Unanimously approved.
Unanimously approved. Okay. Any comments from the public?
I don't mean to pick, I'm just trying to help you learn the process.
You are good. And I do. I might look at you and go, would you shut up? You what did you
can
call
tell.
yourself? But not sure. Yes. Cindy.
I have one concern about the expenses that we talked about here. I think I figured it out with a little help from my friends, but I noticed that the account balance grand total is $514,388, which is roughly $200,000 less than I'm accustomed to seeing last year when it was about $717,000 or $764,000. However, I suspect that missing, in my mind, $200,000 went to pay for the Ironwood project.
I have no idea.
But you can place it on the agenda for next time for further
Can
discussion.
absolutely place it on the agenda for the next time.
I'd like clarification, yes.
Yeah.
I would have to call, talk to Natalie. I just got that report late today or late yesterday, so I did not have a time to go over it because I was reading bylaws. Copies and drafts of bylaws.
You're impressed.
Madam Chair,
It's kind of dry stuff.
Madam Chair?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
I just have a question on,
Did you already vote to adjourn the
No.
meeting?
Oh, yeah, we're still.
All right, go ahead.
I just have a question on the expenditures that are being tabled. It says ratification, so I'm assuming that they've probably been paid. My question just has to do with, by tabling it, are we gonna hold up forward
No.
progress on?
No. We have 30 days? Do we only have 30 days?
That's an open meeting issue, that's not this. You have all the time you want.
Okay,
But if you table it, it automatically goes on the agenda for next meeting.
correct. I got that one. You don't table it if you,
So this is a motion to table. Did it get approved?
yes, it did.
All right, so they'll automatically be on the next agenda.
Okay, and I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Second?
Second. The
All in
motion.
favor? Or discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved unanimously to adjourn at 18:36.
It's nice to see you all. Thanks for writing it down.
Oh, thank you.
You, Bill. Thanks for coming.
One of these days, I'm gonna actually get that pie. I almost went today, except I was not sweating.
This concludes the general session
Let's do it on a better day.
Right.
of
We'll take the time to go have a slice of pie when we're done with the meeting.
I like your,
I,
3,
whatever you're wearing.
March 3rd, or March 25th, 2025 meeting.
that's always
Good day.
perspective.
Right.
Good evening.
I've traveled.